What is going on, everyone? It's Jack in here from Nothing But Tech. Hope you guys are all doing well, having a good one. In today's video, I'm going to be answering your questions. So I'm going to try to make this series a monthly thing if possible, if you guys like it. So basically, I asked you guys, what questions do you guys have for me? And I'm going to answer them. So I asked on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. I think our main questions are coming from Snapchat, and then I think we have a few on Twitter. So I'll start out with Twitter, and then go on to Snapchat. I'm using a OnePlus 5. No. I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus. Maybe you guys couldn't tell, but I'm going to answer some of your questions. We're going to start out with Twitter. I'm using this iPhone as it's my second daily driver. First one, I killed the battery. It's charging right now. But let's open up some of your questions. Okay, so question number 1 is from my good friend Isaac from the Canoopsy channel. You should check him out. I'll link him below. And he said, is there a career choice besides YouTube that you're looking into? And I guess it would be freelance work, like filmmaking and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's a cop-out. So if that is a cop-out answer, then I would say it's marketing. I do a lot of marketing and work with public relations and different companies and stuff like that on this channel. So I feel like that'd be something that I already kind of know how to do. So yeah, marketing, I guess, is the answer to that one. Okay, so the next question is your MacBook holding up well performance-wise? So if they're talking about my 12-inch MacBook, I would say good for light performance, nothing in Final Cut. I'll link my review on that below. I talk more about it. If they're talking about my MacBook Pro, though, then it's been pretty good in performance. There is a few issues that I've been having with it. If you saw on my Twitter, I posted that every time I tried to export a video, the computer shut down. Super bizarre. I think I fixed it. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. I don't want to jinx myself. I jinxed myself when I was talking to my good friend Brandon, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. Okay, Tech for Your Needs says, what is your greatest accomplishment so far on YouTube right now? And I think for that, it would be maybe interacting with you guys. There's been so many people that have said that like I've inspired them to start YouTube. There's been a lot of other female creators that said that they were intimidated to get into the space, and then because of me, they got into it. So I guess maybe inspiring people. If we're talking strictly numbers, we just passed 26,000 subscribers, so I guess that would be numbers-wise, but in terms of, like, just collaborating with other people and meeting other people, I think that that's a cool thing. Event-wise, and then I'm going to stop answering this question, getting invited to the Samsung Unpacked event was really cool. It was, like, a big milestone for me. 2 years ago, no one really knew who I was, and then I got invited to the event, so that was awesome. Hopefully more stuff like that happens, but yeah, I guess that answers your question. Okay, 2 more questions on here. So the question is, as of today, which phone is your favorite? That's a tough one. So many phones. I think I'm not even gonna tell you guys how many. I'm not an addict, but yeah, there's a lot of phones that come in here. I don't know. That's a tough one. I really like the S8. I also like the 7 Plus, as that's like the Apple phone. I prefer that over the iPhone 7. I love the bigger size. That's a tough one. I think that the S8 and the Google Pixel are my 2 favorite Android phones right now. I'm still in the process of reviewing the OnePlus 5, so I don't have a verdict on that yet, but I think the S8, the Google Pixel, and the 7 Plus are my 3 favorites right now. I can't narrow it down to one. The last question on Twitter is asked by my good friend at CLE Tech, and he says, favorite videos you'd like to shoot, reviews, unboxings, BTS tutorials, etc.? I love shooting a lot of videos. In terms of in the past few weeks, I just was in a trip to New York, and I shot a video with my good friend Brandon, and that's coming to you guys very soon. It's like a behind the scenes look at our channels. So that one was a really fun one to shoot. I got to shoot on the red Scarlet W, so that made it even more fun. But Brandon's just such a creative filmmaker and cinematographer, so he was a pleasure to shoot with. I really like shooting the live unboxing videos. Those are really fun to shoot. In terms of stuff where I'm really proud of the videos, I would say that reviews are really where the cinematography shines through. So yeah, I like shooting everything. And then in terms of stuff that's not on this channel, in terms of vlogs, I love shooting vlogs and making vlogs. And I have a separate channel, MBT Productions, where I do that. I'll link it below. A new vlog just went up where I did a behind the scenes of shooting with Brandon and the Red. So I'll link that below. Those are also really fun to make, and I think I'm going to make a lot more of them in the next few months. Okay, heading over to Snapchat now. I'm going to be screenshotting. Hopefully it doesn't look too sus to the people that sent it. Now you know why I did. So the first question, screenshot, is tips for growing your YouTube channel, making searchable content that gets views. Okay, so I think that if you're making content just to get views, you're doing it wrong. Make a video that you're really proud of and that you love making, and then worry about getting the views later. Views will come if the content's there. Don't try to think of a title, clickbait title that's going to get views. I know that that's working on YouTube right now, but fundamentally I don't think it's right. So I think that you should work on creating great content and then the views will come later. In terms of growing your channel, a lot of people ask this question. I would say making high quality content on a consistent basis is key. I'm still trying to grow my channel, of course, so that's what I've been doing. If it doesn't work, we'll know to try something else, but hopefully it works. So that's what I'd have to say for that question. Going on to the next one. This person wants to know what my favorite desktop background is, and to answer that, my good friend Luke, who also works with me on the t-shirt designs from the new Liquid, he works with me on MBTs and stuff. He took my ideas and designed the 5th generation MBTs V5, which is still up, so if you want to check it out, I'll link it below. But he made the background for me for this specific channel, Nothing But Tech, so that's my favorite. Maybe if you guys want it, I'll post it at some point, but it's my favorite background of all time. I might be a little bit biased, though. Next question is from Anthony Esposito. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. He's Dom's brother from Mac Mixing. He and I are good friends, so he asked me, if you had to pick one job other than YouTube for the rest of your life, what would it be? Kind of similar to Isaac's, and it would be something in the tech realm, in marketing and business, or engineering something, because engineering is also really essential to making good tech products. So that'd be fun. But YouTube, hopefully, is a career path right now. Okay, next question. Sorry for running through these. Want to get a lot in, want to answer most of your guys' questions. Obviously can't answer them all, though, so I apologize for that. What other interests do you have besides tech? Do you play any instruments? You're awesome. Well, thank you, first of all. Second of all, other interests besides tech. I like fitness a lot, playing sports, that's something, but in terms of answering your instrument question, I used to play drums and the guitar when I was younger, but I haven't really kept with that. Maybe I'll get back into that in the upcoming years. I definitely really like music making and music as a whole, so in terms of that question, right now it's mainly photography, filmmaking, besides the YouTube channel, and then sports and athletics, but maybe instruments again in the future, we'll see. This person made a suggestion and not a question, but I'm still going to answer it as if it is a question. They said, make a video on your freelancing career and about freelancing. So I'm just going to answer it in this video. I don't have that much to say about it as of now. I'm going to make a separate video on my vlogging channel, but to answer freelancing questions, it's a lot of editing, like freelance editing, putting together montages or promotional videos for companies, and then filming and video work is also done at like commercial events, stuff like that. So I'm going to talk more in depth. I want to leave a little bit of mystery because it's going to come on my vlogging channel, but that's kind of the gist of it. It's basically what I do on here, but for other people. Okay, the next question is from Smart Nose, and they want to know what or who inspired you to make YouTube videos, especially in the tech field. Okay, great question. When I started out making tech videos, I mainly started because I saw that there was a market for it. I was constantly sending like little videos that I shot on my phone to people on how to do things. Like they'd be like, how do I do blah, blah, blah? And I'd take a quick video and just shoot it over to them. And I was like, if these people are asking, there's probably like a big market for it. So I started on my YouTube channel doing like how-to videos, and then that later transitioned into doing review videos. I started how-to videos when I didn't really have the money to afford a lot of products, but then as those started doing better, as my channel started growing, I invested into products and stuff, and then I transitioned there. Tutorials are definitely a possibility to bring back, but right now it's mainly covering products and stuff. But in terms of who inspired me, there's so many great guys. Team Crispy definitely was a lot of the channels that I was watching. I'm not going to name everyone here. Don't feel bad if I leave you out. But other people, Matthew Moniz, he was one of the first people that I interacted with. We were talking when I was at like 100 subscribers, and he was at like 1,800. So we've been really good friends for like 2 years now. Crazy to think about that. So he was awesome. He helped me out a lot. He helped me learn my camera when I didn't know what aperture was, which amateur. So he was definitely a guy. Another person was Armando. MS Tech, Matt Schaefer, I watched a ton of his videos before I started my channel. He definitely inspired me to start. So many good people. Tech Source, another guy that I loved watching. And then smaller people like Kevin Riazzi and Victor Kamanga. I watched their channels and then I started soon after they did. So I'm not going to name everyone. There's so many awesome content creators out there. I feel like I'm definitely forgetting someone that's like essential, but those are the people that really got me into it like 2 years ago. Jack wants to know what's the best budget point and shoot video camera, and he says it's for his little cousin who wants to be like his big cousin, his big YouTuber cousin. So Jack's a YouTuber, obviously. So best point and shoot, depends on the budget. So the RX100 Mark series, those are really awesome cameras. They're kind of on the expensive side. If you're looking for something that's a little bit less expensive, let me hook you up. Probably be the Canon G7X Mark I or Mark II. Mark II has some pretty substantial upgrades, just like the grip and how it functions and stuff, like the wheel, just build upgrades. So this is an awesome camera. It's like $600, but really, if you're just starting out, shoot with your smartphone. That's more than enough to begin with, especially if you get like some lens attachments, you'll be fine. Trust me, people don't care as much about the quality as they do about the entertaining factor and then how informative the video is and like the subject matter of the video. And you can believe me here because I was shooting on a $180 camera, which was trash, until I passed 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I started to invest. But until 1,000 subscribers, I was shooting on that, so trust me, you're fine. Your smartphone is better than the camera I was shooting on. I'm going to make a video on that camera just for fun as like a response to Marquez's video on his camera, but yeah, trust me, your smartphone is more than enough. Next question, if you were a CEO of a leading company for one day, who would you be and what are you going to do? Alright, this is a good question. I think this answer is a pretty good one also. I would be the CEO of Canon, and I'd release some 4K cameras. Ugh. Canon color is very hard to beat. I'm shooting on an A6500 by Sony, and the color is good, but not nearly as good as Canon. So, if it had 4K in an 80D body or something like that, that would be an immediate cop. So I'd release 4K cameras, or at least I start getting them into production, because as a YouTuber, that'd be lit. I don't want a Canon Mark IV, which is like a prosumer camera. I want like a consumer camera that's like the equivalent to the A6500. So I do that as a Canon CEO. Alright, Ryan wants to know what the hardest thing is that YouTubers face while vlogging. And for that, I don't know, I'd say probably just the looks that you get in public. Holding a camera out like this and talking to it like a crazy person makes me look a little bit crazy. So I'd say that it's probably just like the looks and the reactions that you get. Also, sometimes I've had it where like I'm in a store or something and I'm filming and they give you like a dirty look. I don't know why, it's like free publicity for them. You think that they'd be like, yes, like please do it, thank you so much. You're not even charging us for this free advertisement, but instead they just give you like a dirty look and say like, are you buying anything here? Are you ready to check out? So I'd say that it's probably like the reaction that you get by other people and not so much actually creating the video. Okay, hopping back to Twitter for our final question. RJ White wants to know, what's your favorite video editing software? And he wants me to tell him why, so I'll hook you up, RJ, let me tell you why. I use Final Cut Pro X, and it's my favorite for 3 reasons. It's speed and optimization for Mac, it's plugins that I can use with it, and it's easy interface. So, in terms of speed, that's a pretty easy one. It's so well optimized. You see Premiere Pro really struggle on Mac computers, but then Final Cut flies, so it'd be that. Second thing, which I mentioned, which is plugins, is all the little effects that I use in my videos, like the text effects, the transitions, the animations, all of that stuff is plugins that I bought over the year, and it's been a lot of money. It's like $600 to $800, but plugins really make Final Cut. I'd have to refine all of that on Premiere, so I'd say plugins. And then the third reason is just the easy interface. It's so easy to learn Final Cut. Premiere I also edited with for about like 2 months, and it was pretty easy to learn, but there's just so many things in Final Cut where it's like, yes, that just makes sense. So Final Cut all the way. I think that John from TLD would agree as well. I think that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you want more Q&As like this, please let me know by smashing the like button and commenting down below. Sorry if I didn't get to your question. I kind of give you guys very short notice to get them in. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm pushing for 2 to 3 videos a week, so you got a lot of content coming your way. You should check out this vlog that I did with Brandon playing with his red on my trip to New York. And then you should subscribe up here, because if you're not, what are you doing with your life? Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching this video. All links below to my gear, to MBT's V5, and to everything else that I mentioned in this video. Hopefully I don't forget to do it. If I did, future Jacqueline, come on! Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching. I know, I'm kind of weird. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. And then the third reason, wait, what did I say the third reason was? Yeah, okay. And then the third